Sent on their way from the 1400 meter marker. Brown Sugar, one of the first to go. Sakania's right there in the pink, and Seventh Virtue, then Injazar, Just Lucky. They're followed by Goldie Coast, who just in front of Semra the Grey on the outside. And then further back, Glorious Moment and Surefire's the trailer. That's racing about 6-7 lengths off the leader. They're going a good clip up front. And Sakania's the leader, Seventh Virtue is second. At the rail in third is Brown Sugar, then Indrazart, Just Lucky. Semra's a half length in front of Goldie Coast, and then comes Glorious Moment. And Surefire's about 6 or 7 lengths off the leader. Sakania takes them towards the 600 and the entrance to the straight. On the outside, Seventh Virtues in the blue, and then comes Brown Sugar, Injazard. They're followed further back by Just Lucky, Semra, Goldie Coast between runners, then Surefire and Glorious Moment. Top of the lane, 400 metres to go. And it's Sakania, Seventh Virtue on the outside, Injazard, Brown Sugar. Goldie Coast is now putting in a claim. There's 5 of them in line. Goldie Coast comes into the lead. Semra's in trouble. And it's Goldie Coast, but Surefire becomes a big runner on the outside. Goldie Coast and Surefire, nothing in it. Goldie Coast and Surefire, they're going to hit the wire. Surefire won it. Goldie Coast second, Just Lucky and Injazard. The best weighted horse in the race was Surefire, and she came from the tail of the field. The Count to Bois ends up winning it by about 3 parts of a length. Second, Goldie Coast, who runs into second. Third position, if we run it across, so it's 7 the winner. Second to number 1, Just Lucky runs third. We continue to run it. Injazart and then Semra, who came under early pressure. Glorious Moment is further back in the run. Number 7, Surefire, surprisingly still paid up at R9.90. Then Seventh Virtue, Brown Sugar. We'll take a look at the head-on. Goldie Coast, 3 off the right, and the winner is 2 off the right with the orange cap. Gets a split, and then starts to really motor home Surefire for Duncan Hulls. And they go on to score a good contest here. They win it by 3/4 or a length. And Surefire now records her 3rd win from 14 outings, and she wins it well for Duncan Hulls and owners. That's the running of race number 4. There's the salute from Donovan Dillon until the running of race 5. Back to the studio.
Best weighted horse, number 7, Surefire, did not get the best of beginnings. She had to switch around runners, but she... Dubois, her name is Surefire, bred by the Main Chance Farms, has come through for Messrs. Marmot, Maingard, Morgine, and also Winter to win a good contest out here. She's a horse who's always had the ability, but a couple of problems.
Yeah, she's unfortunately a bleeder, so she's been hindered by the problem throughout her career. That's why she hasn't had a lot of racing. We've kept going because of the ability she shows at home. And I think today you can see she won a very good race, and I've taken my time bringing her back to 1400, not looking for problems. I thought last time she ran she was very unlucky. She missed the break quite badly and she's too far out of her ground. But if you look at her form, she's always been pretty consistent, and she's done very well in her career.
She's not the easiest of starters. She gives them start, but it's that last 300 to finish she really takes them on.
I put Donovan on today because he's a nice quiet rider, and I really thought he'd suit the horse. And unfortunately, you've got to live with her coming from way back. But I think in a way, too, when they start to slow up in the race, she starts to find a finish. And it gives her a bit more confidence to finish the race off.
Well done with this win.
Great, thanks. Just well done to the owners. Thanks for their patience. And to our sponsors, Winning Form, thanks very much.
Let's get Donovan Dillon in, giving this one a patient ride. She's never one to get away on terms, so you just got to ride her as you find her.
100%, Sheldon. Mr. L spoke to me before I went out. Says she doesn't come out to pens. Just give her a chance behind. When I come into the straight, I must just have a nice patient ride on her. Don't rush her into anything, and find a clear gap. And that's what I did. I just guided her along, and she came through to win a very good race. I think she won a very, very classy race today.
Coming to the 300, Goldie Coast was going for her split. Were you keeping a close eye on her?
100%, never took my eye off her. Tried to follow her through, but it was a little bit tight there, so I elected to go up the outside. But I didn't have to do much with this filly. She just gave it to me as I asked her, and I'm just very thankful to Mr. Hulls and all the partners. I'm also just a very big thanks to God. He's been blessing me very well lately.
Horse like innate quality, is a horse who could be quite interesting today.
Always on the grass. He loves the Greyville grass, yeah, and he's always a little bit competitive. The poly doesn't really suit it that much, but I think he'll have a bit of a chance today on the grass.
And then there's a horse called Groovy News you ride?
I haven't ridden him for quite some time now, but if he's improved, he should go close.
Well done on this ride.
Thank you.
Let's get Perrick through, representing the Winning Connections. Now, last 3 runs, I've tipped her to you. I went for her last couple of runs, and she looked best weighted today, but had Goldie Coast to beat.
That's it, Sheldon. You know, she's always been a very, very good filly. Lots of problems. Big thank you to Duncan and Kathy. We just nursed her along, managed to get another win. Let's see if we can carry on from there. Big thanks as well to Don Niven. Great ride.
Where did you watch the race from?
From the parade ring. Just stayed with Duncan and the boys. Very great ride. Again, my partners, Robert and Guy, they're watching in Franschhoek. Well done to them.
All the best.
Thanks, Sheldon.
Well done to all the Winning Connections. Number 7, Surefire, the daughter of Count Dubois. Just when Goldie Coast was making her run, there came Surefire right up against the outside, and she'll go on to beat Goldie Coast at the run to the wire.